Hello everybody and welcome back to the Premier Guns YouTube channel. So today we are looking at ladies guns and the range of ladies guns and what the difference is between a ladies gun and what we would say perhaps a standard gun. We're getting an awful lot of female shooters, new shooters coming to Premier Guns. As you know, we do pride ourselves on gun fit and ladies guns. We like to push that. We do ladies guns. We have a good selection of them as well. What we're going to talk about today is basically price and differences between the guns, and also differences between a standard gun. Starting from the bottom, we have the Koffs Zenith and the ATA. So this is your sub £1,000 gun. So this is a gun that you want to get into the sport. You're not quite sure if you're going to like it or not. You've had a go with your dad's gun, your brother's gun, whatever, and now you're looking for your gun. One thing I will point out is not all ladies need a ladies gun, and although I keep saying ladies gun, they are ladies guns, but it doesn't just affect ladies. These will fit men as well. It all comes down realistically to the figure of the shooter. It all comes down to the fit of the gun to whoever is shooting it. So just for example, my partner shoots an ATA, but she doesn't shoot the ladies gun. She shoots a standard length ATA, this particular one in fact, but she shoots a adjustable. So not all ladies need a ladies gun, however majority do, and it's really good to see that manufacturers have now come out. Browning, Beretta, ATA, Koffs, and a few more have come out with specific stocks to fit ladies, which I think is brilliant. So as I say, starting from the bottom, we've got sub £1,000 guns. So these are the guns you're going to start with, or maybe start with, depending on your budget. Both these guns are new. Both of them are sub £1,000. Both of them come with great warranties. Steel shot, high performance steel shot proof. They're multi-choked. They're everything you're going to need. From the action forward on both guns, they are exactly the same as the standard guns. From the action back, that's when we start to see the differences, and it's the same story with the so the Beretta is sub £2,000 and the Browning is just over £2,000. But again, from the action backwards we see differences. From the action forward we see them the same as the standard guns. So what are the differences? Basically, with ladies in general, they tend to have higher cheekbones than men. So in this case, obviously you can see every gun here has a Monte Carlo. Now if we were to give a lady with high cheekbones a standard length gun, the first thing we would see is their head go like this, because they've got so much distance to essentially cover before they meet the stock that they're just rolling the head. The eyes are going to be like this, and it's just not going to work. So what they basically came up with was, if we put Monte Carlos on the stocks, it essentially stops it. I mean, it's logical. If something's closer to you, it's there, rather than being down here and you've got to meet it. You don't want to be adjusting it too much in your shoulder. I do see that an awful lot, where it may be that it's too low in the shoulder because the gun is too low. So they'll lift the gun right out the shoulder, and then it basically gives you the same scenario that the gun, the stock of the gun is by your face. However, when you shoot that gun, it is going to pop up in the air, it's going to whack you in the face, it's going to be uncontrollable, it's not going to be right. So with the Monte Carlo, it stops all that happening. The gun can be sat in the pocket of your shoulder absolutely perfectly, and the stock is there ready to meet your face, keep your head level, and keep you where you need to be. So one thing you may see, it would be easier if I had a standard length gun, is that the stocks are actually shorter. So normally they'll start from about 13.5, and then they'll go up to about 14, you know, 14 and a bit, but they tend to be shorter than a standard stock. Now the reason for this is obviously the length of the neck. This is what's going to play the part here, is that the females tend to have shorter necks than males. So again, it doesn't just come as females and males. Some males still have shorter necks. As I say, they do fit males as well. It all comes down to the figure. So obviously you can see they're slightly shorter. The ATA and the Koffs unfortunately don't have an adjustable pad system. However, the Beretta and the Browning do, so we can adjust that and tweak it as we need to in the shop. Very rare do we put big spacers on or take it right down. It's normally just minuscule. It might be the next pad up, the next pad down. It's never normally anything too serious. So that is that's obviously talking about the stock length. I have seen people that come in and they will have a normal length stock. They'll mount it and they will be right back here somewhere. Absolutely no good. There's just too much in front of you. It's going to be uncontrollable. It's not going to feel comfortable at all. Really, we want to see your head sort of about here, which you know, just across the face of the stock, which is absolutely perfect. That's going to give you the optimum control of the gun. It's going to put your head in the correct position, and then we can determine from there whether you would need adjustable or non-adjustable. So shortening the stock for the ladies figure, like I said, they do fit men as well. We do see men with this. It's going to come down to your skeleton figure. We do see men with that as well. The beauty of the Browning and the Beretta is that the length of pull can be changed in the gun shop. So Inflex 2 pad on the Browning, Microcore pad on the Beretta. Super good system. One of the best things I think on a shotgun. I think it just makes gun fitting so much easier. Very slight adjustments are what we see here at Premier Guns. We don't tend to put massive pads on, spacers, etc. The guns as they are lengthwise, they are very close from the factory, but we do now and again just put a slightly smaller pad on, slightly bigger pad, just to get that optimum fit in the length of pull. Now, the Browning does have a top jump over the Beretta, and then it has the adjustable trigger as well, which allows us to go a little bit further. We can get the optimum fit for the trigger, making it even more comfortable. But the Beretta does have a top jump, as that it can be upgraded for a higher grade gun. So this is available in obviously this being the Silver Pigeon 1, you got the Silver Pigeon 3, Silver Pigeon 5, and you can also go into the 694 Vittoria. So you're into a full competition gun. If you are a serious shooter and you need that style of stock, it is available from Beretta. I don't think Browning do any more than the Liberty Light or the 525 reduced stock, which is essentially a 525 Sporter with the reduced stock. Now, theoretically, you could put the reduced stock on something like an XS Pro, but obviously you haven't got the same grade of wood as the 4M would be, etc, etc. So it is nice that Beretta do higher grades in ladies guns. We do sell them, we do sell 5s, we do sell 694s, and obviously they do offer the Beretta VIP trip, where you can essentially have one put on a DT11. You could even have one on an SL2 if you wanted to. Obviously Browning, a lot of people tend to go Manmaro Ricardo, which again can be done, and that would give you your custom stock, higher grade, etc, etc. The other thing we do see, and this runs across the whole range of ladies guns that we do sell here at Premier Guns, is that the pistol grip radius is shallower than what we see on a standard gun. So if we took a standard Silver Pigeon 1 and put it next to the Vittoria, we would see that essentially it's a sharper turn on the Vittoria than it is on the standard Silver Pigeon. Same with the 525, same with the ATA, same with the Koffs. Now this is because, again, ladies tend to have, or females tend to have, smaller hands. So when obviously when a man picks this up, or somebody with big hands picks this up, it's going to feel really small. Your little finger is going to fall off the end of the pistol grip. It's not going to be comfortable. However, you know, give it to a female, they are going to find it very comfortable, and vice versa. If you give them a standard Silver Pigeon, yes, they're going to be able to get the hand around it, but it's going to be big, it's going to be bulky, it's going to feel a little bit like, I mean, just to say, if I pick up a 725 Pro Sport, I mean, they're big guns, they are big hands. I haven't got particularly massive hands, but that's the sort of feeling you would get. So again, there's been a lot of thought put into all of these. I'm not going to say the Beretta and Browning are more superior because in the fact of the design of the stock, because I don't think they are, but other than the adjustable pad system, which I do think is very, very good. But the 88 and the Koffs are really good guns. We sell an awful lot of them. I had a lady this week who actually bought this very spec of gun, had it fitted by myself and absolutely loved it. So that was sub £1,000 and she was out there and she was shooting and she was having fun, and that's what we aim to do. Depending, you know, it doesn't matter what you want to spend, we'll always help you. We'll run through fittings from a Koffs all the way up to Brownings, SLs, doesn't matter. As I say, we pride ourselves on fitting guns. The other big thing we find with ladies guns is the weight. So these three guns here are all steel action. They're going to be about 7.5 to 8 pound. This particular one, the Browning Liberty Light, is actually an aluminium action. So what we don't want to do is overgun somebody. So this goes back to length of pull, the stock and the weight of the gun. So we do run through the weight of each different gun with the female that is buying the gun. The Liberty Light being one of the best sellers because it is a lightweight gun. Yeah, you want to be handling the heaviest gun you possibly can, but not to the point where it's uncomfortable. The reason being is you need to be, you need to be sensible at it. If it's too big and heavy, you're not going to move it, you're not going to shoot with it, but it is going to soak up recoil. However, if it's too light, then you will be whipping it around like Harry Potter's wand, and it's gonna, you're gonna feel the increased recoil, and again, that goes on to what cartridges you put through it. So it's very important when we are fitting a gun, not just to ladies but to anybody, that we get a gun that feels right, the weight is right. There's no point just chucking a gun at somebody and saying that'll do. It just doesn't work like that, and we're happy at Premier Guns to take the time and actually go through the guns and see which one feels best for you. But the Liberty Light is incredibly good because it is a lightweight gun. It comes in about £7, 30 and 28 inch barrels, this particular one being 28. One of our best selling ladies guns this is. The Vittoria, again, one of the best selling between these two. I say between these two, they're all really good sellers for us. All these ladies guns are very, very good sellers. It all comes down to what you want to spend and what fits you best. So moving on to the Silver Pigeon, obviously Italian, we're going to see a little bit more cast on there than the Browning. Again, this is going to come into the fit of the gun to the particular person who's shooting it. In this case, we have the adjustable comb, which is the Beretta B-Fast adjustable comb. And again, like I say, from the action forward, this is exactly the same as a Silver Pigeon 1 Sporter. It's got the Stelium barrels, Optima HP chokes, the 1 coming with the flush, 3.5 coming with the extended. It's got the 10x8mm rib. It's from the back on all these guns that we see the differences. So this one, the Silver Pigeon, compared to the Browning, the Silver Pigeon is a bit heavier. It can swing to which gun somebody might buy. I have seen it in the past, which again, like I say, you've got to be getting the right gun for you. So if this gun is too heavy, we would then start looking perhaps back at the Browning. And if the weight is good, the fit is good, the height is good, the length is good, everything like that, then that's where we need to be. We've found the right gun for you, and obviously this gun essentially will last you an awfully long time. just quickly going on to the Browning, being an aluminium action, they have got a steel plate which runs through the back of the action. Obviously, because if you have, if you know, getting into a bit boring stuff now, the aluminium is a soft metal. If you have your firing pins going through in and out all the time, eventually it would wear it away. So you've got no worry with this, or with the COFs, which I'm going to explain in a minute. They have got steel plates that run down the face of the action to stop that happening, so they're super long wearing guns. So moving on to the ATA SP Black, this is available in a game and a sporting version. Differences being essentially between the two barrels, that's your differences, and the automatic safety. From the action bat, they're exactly the same. Only available in ladies in the SP Black though, I believe. Not available in the Pro 12. That may come, it may not, I don't know. We can have them altered, there is room to alter them, but no specific ladies gun in that range yet. Steel action, as I said, black action, I think this is a fantastic gun for the money. 5-year warranty on there as well. Nice thick comb, it's really comfortable. We sell a lot of these, like I say, sub £1,000 guns for people that don't want to chuck an awful lot of money in, which is absolutely fine. There is something for everybody here at Premier Guns. One downfall we should say between the two more expensive is that it hasn't got the adjustable pad system. However, it's not too much of a problem because we can have pads fitted. We can have the stock slightly shortened if we needed to. We try to avoid it if possible, but coming down to the gun fit, that's the most important thing. If it needs doing, it can be done. Going on to the COFs, this is the Zenith. This is the steel action version. Again, from the action forward, exactly the same as the standard Zenith. From the action back, we see the ladies stock. A little bit narrower in the top of the comb there. Pad is a little bit bigger, probably not as good as the ATA pad in my opinion, but still a very good gun. The cheapest of the four, good warranty, multi-choke. All these guns are high performance, steel shot proofed as well, but again, no pad system. It's a very pretty gun, and they do also do a very similar gun called the Scepter, which is the aluminium action. So again, it would not kind of come on par with the Browning weight wise, that we save weight. It's a lighter gun, available in 30 and 28 inch, as well as the ATA, which I forgot to mention. The downfall, I say downfall, it's not really a downfall, but it's just not a perk that the Browning has, is that these three guns don't have the adjustable trigger system. If you went for a Vittoria 694, of course that would have the adjustable trigger system. So that, that concludes our look on ladies guns. As I said, that there is something for everybody here at Premier Guns. We've got everything from your sub £1,000 stuff to your over £2,000 stuff. These guns are all new. We do have second-hand ones coming now and again. So if you want to try and get a Liberty Light second-hand, we do have them come in time to time. They are all available in left-handed as well. Combs, not a problem. If they haven't got combs, we can have them fitted, which gives us more adjustment, but obviously that comes down to the gun fit. We would tell you whether we think it would need a comb, doesn't need a comb, etc, etc. But again, like I said, not all ladies will have one of these guns. Like I said, my partner's not got one of these guns. She ended up with a normal length gun but had to have the adjustable comb. She's quite tall, and again, it just comes down to the figure of the person that's going to shoot the gun. And as I keep repeating, we do pride ourselves on gun fit here. So every gun that is bought from Premier Guns does get, is fitted. It's not just that'll do. It's, we actually look and we advise professionally whether that gun is going to suit you or whether we think it needs adjustments or not. And that's what we see here. These guns are fantastic guns. There's a lot of thought gone into them, and it just caters for everybody. So if you've got any questions on ladies guns or gun fit or any other guns out there, or questions about anything, please feel free to comment, email us, ring us. We're always happy to help. And we will see you on the next one. Thank you.